This is Holly Daly, and I'm with Brooke, and I'm going to interview her about wedding planning. And for the first question, before we get into wedding,
Yes.
you got engaged.
Yes.
So how long were you engaged, and when did you kind of get engaged?
I was engaged for only 6 months. I got engaged November 13th of 1999.
Oh.
And then, did I say November? I mean December 13th of 1999. Sorry. And then we we waited 6 more months, and then we got married May 27th of 2000.
Okay.
Yep.
So I guess the second question with that would be, how did he ask the question?
Well, he came and he brought me 6 roses, and I didn't know previously that he had given me 6 roses when he saw the ring that he was going to purchase, and then he gave me another one. I can't remember when he gave me one other, because our number was always the 13th for some odd reason, because we started dating on the 13th. And so March 13th, we met February and we started dating in March. Anyway, craziness. But we dated for almost 4 years, and then he proposed, and then we got married in 6 months after that.
Oh, that's special. Well, after you got engaged, what were the steps that you took to getting your wedding planned?
Well, first I had to graduate. So I graduated a week later from college. And then after that, I just took a babysitting job so I could focus on doing some of the wedding stuff. And I got a degree in teaching, and so they usually don't hire right after Christmas. So I was just going to wait and try to find something after that. So basically, I just, read lots of magazines and books. We didn't have the internet stuff like y'all do. So I just made checklists and kind of went from there. And so that's what I did.
So you made up your own checklist, I guess you could say?
Basically, I looked at others, and then I just kind of made up my own.
Okay, so since you got married 6 months after you got engaged, what'd you do for the first few steps of the months?
Well, the first thing I did was I got the church. We rented the church. My mom worked at a Presbyterian church. I was raised Catholic, but I did not want to get married in a Catholic church, because I didn't. When you get married in a Catholic church, you have to raise your children Catholic, and I knew I was not going to do that. So my mom worked at a Presbyterian church at the time, so we decided to get married there. And so the church was really free, because since my mom worked there, so it was super great. And so we got that, and then I got my wedding dress. It was the third one I tried on, so it was perfect.
That's nice.
And then, of course, you always want to register, so we registered at Dillard's and Target. I know those are the 2 main ones. I can't remember any of the other little ones. It's been 10 years. So, but it was always fun. I just remember I was super sick the day that we registered at Target, and I just sat on a chair, and my husband and my mom and my twin sister would come and bring me stuff, and I'd go yes or no. I was so sick that day. Anyway, but just little things like that. And I would go to bridal shows, and which was even cooler was that I went to this bridal show, and you get to put your names in raffles. Well, I won all my bridesmaids' dresses.
Oh.
So no, I lied. My tuxes. I learned all my tuxes, so all the groomsmen didn't have to buy.
Oh.
So my dad and my husband's dad, and we had 8 groomsmen. So
oh, wow.
yeah, so none of them had to purchase theirs. So then from the place that I got these free from, that's where I purchased the bridesmaid dresses from.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
So, okay, you got all your dresses and everything registered and everything. So, what about the cake?
Well, I grew up with a neighbor that made all of my birthday cakes, and so I just knew she was going to do it.
So not much planning.
So not much planning on that. I just asked her, and of course she said yes, and that was that. So it wasn't hard to decide about the cake.
Well, that's one relief, I guess.
Yes,
it was easy
was.
For you.
It was.
So I guess the last week or last couple of days, was there anything major that had to be done, or you were stressing out about?
I don't know. I'm not much of a stressor. I think my mom and my sister were, probably the flowers were a big deal. And my mom already knew which floor she wanted to do. So, and it was in our little small town of Sherman, Texas. So, I was totally fine with that. But I knew what roses I wanted, and so we just got those. And
Aw.
I mean, I was fine with just holding one rose, but we had to have the plate one and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. And so it was super fun, but there's always something that goes wrong on your wedding, and so just know that he's standing there at the end of the aisle when you walk down. Then all is good. Doesn't matter if anybody else is there. Just matters that he's
Oh,
there.
that's special.
So it's the truth.
A lot of relief when you got to the.
Yeah, because
aisle.
we get there, and Michael and I saw each other before the wedding to do our portraits before, because I'm a very sentimental person, so I wanted a lot of Michael and I before. So we got some time together, and then had some private pictures taken and all that kind of stuff.
Aww.
So we had all of that done, so after the wedding we could go and have a good time with our guests that we invited.
Well, that's pretty fun.
Mhm.
So what's the best thing about wedding planning that you had?
I just love the whole thing. I am a very organized person, and so just the whole thing of checklist and making it and doing all this and finding the reception and where we were having the rehearsal dinner. And the rehearsal dinner was fabulous because we rented out this little bed and breakfast, so we were the only ones there.
Aww.
And so it was quiet, for just us, so that's what was nice.
Well, that's really
So
nice.
anyway, and then after we'd been married a year, my husband, we went and stayed at the bed and breakfast. So that was really
Aw.
sweet. Sweet time. So
Okay, so one last thought. What would you give for advice for people that are going through the process like I am?
right. Well, I just say just enjoy every minute of it, because you've got a very long engagement, and I know it can be stressed out because you're prolonging it because that's what y'all planned, and you're getting married in August, and I think that's fabulous. I just think just take it one day at a time and do it, and and if things don't work out, then something else will happen, and it'll just fall into place. And that day, seriously, just take the day slow on your wedding day, and don't try to speed it up and do all and worry about this and that. Let everybody else worry about that. Just you be you, and you look pretty in your beautiful dress, and you just glow, because it's your fun day. So that would be just take it slow.
Well, thank you very
You're
much.
very welcome.
It's been fun.
Okay, thanks.
Now,